I'm Representative Deb Eddy. From the information you see on the screen, you know that. I represent the 48th District. We're here in week 2 of the 2011 legislative session. Today, recognizing that this is a pretty tumultuous time in this state's history in terms of dealing with an unprecedented budget shortfall and some really serious questions, I thought that I would introduce you to my legislative aide who, in and amongst all this chaos, helps me bring some order to my work plan and to my life. Paula and I collaborate on the way that our office works in your service. Of course, at the end of the day, the buck does stop with me, as I am the elected official and nominally the boss, but we do try to create procedures that make sure that you get your questions answered quickly and as accurately as we can. So, Paula Raywald, who lives here in Olympia. She is not in the 48th District, so she represents me down here. And the first thing I'm going to ask her to address today is, how do we deal with constituent mail?
Well, we get an awful lot of constituent mail during the legislative session, and we do get a lot of calls on the hotline too. What I try to do is acknowledge every single one, at least in some form. If you have clicked a button saying you don't want an answer, I sometimes will not acknowledge that. I try to keep on top of it. Last year I got way behind, but we're working on that this year. If you do write in and you have casework to do, I try to cooperate with Senator Tom's office and Representative Hunter's office. A lot of it at this time of year falls to Senator Tom's office because he does have a session aide and we don't. But we all read your constituent casework and we do all work on it.
So we have all of this communication that we do with you in the 48th District, and then there's the other aspect of the job, which is representing you here during the session, which involves, of course, a lot of time spent in committees and in meetings. And because my day down here starts at about 7 a.m. and ends at about 9 p.m., Paula is in charge of my calendar. And most of the time we do pretty well. Some days get a little wacky. So those of you who are requesting appointments know I'm asking Paula to kind of explain to you how she prioritizes calendar entries.
Well, first I have to make sure I set enough time for Representative Eddy to work on her bills or they won't go anywhere, and she has to be in committee, and occasionally I let her eat. And then I will call, when people call, I ask a lot of questions, and I try to find out if you want to talk about one of her bills, you get priority, one of her committees, then that, and then after that, it's if she has time, and I will try to see you if she can't see you. It's difficult. It can be trying, but I do work really hard at trying to make sure everyone feels heard.
So you should not in the least bit feel slighted if Paula sees you. It means you're still a priority for us. There's just so many hours in the day. So that's it for this week, the second week here in Olympia. Thank you all for the communication that you give to our office about your priorities and your points of view. We do take them all seriously. Until next time.